Who's the best friend? Can you tell me?
I'm not. He told me his name, and I'm not positive. I think I know who it is, but I'm not positive.
All right. So Wade calls Bradley's best friend, says, you better call Bradley, remind him he's got attorney-client privilege with me, and he better not spill the beans.
I do know the best friend works at a law firm called Beasley Allen. He told me that. He said his best friend's name, and then he said he works at Beasley Allen. And he was pretty upset about it, and it was the same day of Miss Yeager's birthday. So he didn't want to call Cindy, but he was upset, so he called me, and we talked about it. And we were both pretty upset about it because it seemed, why.
Tampering with witnesses.
It seemed like tampering, and it's just, it's just an uncomfortable position to be in, and all of us were kind of worried how the state would react to all of this. But at that point, it's still.
Did he interpret that as Miss Willis trying to intimidate him from revealing this affair?
Or Mr. Wade.
Okay.
He took it as intimidation, yes.
Right.
Because what he called it as is the second shot across the bow. Those were his words. So he said first shot across the bow was Gabe Banks, second shot across the bow was Nathan Wade calling.
Okay.
So that's how he interpreted it. But at that point, I had not disclosed him as the witness, as the primary source. So nobody knew that, and I was trying to protect him as much as possible, just because I knew he didn't want these calls. It's not something that you want. So they filed some motions to quash, and I had to
Quash what?
To quash all of the subpoenas, pretty much every subpoena that I had issued.
So after you filed this motion to disqualify, I guess a hearing was scheduled?
Yes.
And
yes.
then you started issuing subpoenas to line up your evidence?
Yes.
That's when this witness tampering occurred?
Yes.
After that, to try to intimidate your witnesses from coming to court?
Yes. So, and let me walk through the timeline. So I filed this on the 8th. The next thing that happened was Miss Willis testified. I say testified. She spoke at a church on Martin Luther King Sunday, and was making some statements about why did they single out Mr. Wade. Didn't say anything about that we singled him out because he's the only one she's having an affair with. Did not agree to that. Instead said that it was racially motivated.
And the other two special prosecutors were white.
Yes.
But they were making significantly less money.
Right. And she even said, to the church, she even said that I'm paying them the same rate, which is not true. Mr. Floyd's contract is for $150 an hour. It's never been $250 an hour. So that, one of my kids was listening to it and, said, come listen to this. And I listened to it and I was like, wait, that's not true. So that was one thing that she said that wasn't true. Also that it was racially motivated. She didn't say anything about, they're singling him out because he's the one I went on all these vacations with and he's the one I'm romantically involved in. Instead, she said that we were singling him out because of